Shalom, family. Glory be to God and blessed be the Lamb. You know what's happening, right? The spiritual gathering of God's chosen people is well underway. For one who would deny, I would ask, does not the sheep know the voice of the shepherd? Then I rest my case. But on the world stage, this has implications, geopolitical implications. You know, I had an epiphany as you wake up and the world finds it harder and harder to deny the truth of who you are and what they've done to you. Let that sink in. They all know what they've done, how they've done it, when they did it, who they did it with, who they violated, who they not violated, and that's the reality of the situation. And you are forced to withstand the thing, whether you know it or not. The whole world knows who you are. You were the last to know who you are. You are Israel. You know what the Israelis, the nation state of Israel says about you? They say that the young black male is the biggest threat to the Israeli nation state. Those are their words, not mine. You are a threat. And I started to ask myself, well, how can this play in response to what's going to happen over the next several weeks? I promise you, it's going to happen. And they will retaliate in one form or the other. That's the reality of it, too. But that's what it means to be you. I don't want to talk about you no more. It's like fawning over you. You are special. You are special to God's plan. You are in the big scheme of things, and He chose you for well, people say chosen people, but in reality, He created you for Himself, point blank. In the middle of my street, every house is gone, and everybody in it. We don't. we have a moratorium against using those types of weapons until we can get our own. We stay out that shit until we can obtain our own supply. We're not stupid. Oh man. At any rate, you are being gathered spiritually. So are that which will cleave to you. And it's a lot of them. It's a lot of them, man. I mean, and there's a time after Christ. And this is where people get confused at. There was, let's just say, even 2,000 years of your existence before the Christ arrived, and you were scattered amongst the land. This is when the land was black and the flood had not happened. Okay? And the land under your rulership and stewardship, rather, had got pretty messed up. I mean, you started doing things that had pissed God off, and then you pissed Him off. It was too hard. Now, Jesus will come later. You know why? Because you and or your forefathers kept screaming about it is unfair. It is too hard to walk the walk and to talk the talk that the Almighty wants us to walk and talk. We don't want to do it no more. And the manna and the water from the rock, hey, we would prefer wine and fine ladies and maybe if you know what I'm trying to say, man. And so in comes Jesus. That's what you. Oh man, I know how did I get here? I'm not even gangster, but I'm hot. Oh goodness gracious! Anyway, man. Anyway, they they killed him, murdered all of his friends, chased down the followers, killed as many of them followers. Followers. Goodness gracious. Chased them down and murdered as many of them as they could by every method they could think of. They wasn't playing. Stabbed, shot, beheaded. Believe me, they would have another crown of thorns on my damn head. Me or the dragging a 150 pound or 200 pound piece of wood as they beat me down down the street, spitting on me, sicking their dogs on me, and until I died. I really believe that that's what they would do but the devil thought that this would be the you know what I'm trying to say. But there's a man on the world stage that says he's fighting everybody in the Middle East because he's real. But then I said, well, but if Israel, and we know what it's capable of, and I'm not trying to besmirch the nation state, that's why I'm keeping it clean. No, we're not going to go into what they've already done and the whole world watching. That's unnecessary at this point. It's like my daddy used to. Was my daddy? Well, somebody used to be, because my daddy was a quiet man. He didn't say much, but he would shoot you. You can depend on it. He didn't say much, but he would shoot you. Hey, bless his heart. Bless his heart. But now, whew, even though the devil walked out the courtroom, he got tired of hearing it himself. I mean, man, just read the decree. Man, do we really have to sit through this? We already know. So maybe he's right. He fights for the survival of the world. Huh. With us in it. And it all makes sense. And I mean, geopolitically. Maybe this is why he's starting to attack everybody in the Middle East, the nation state of Israel. A generation of young Palestinians that's raised to be battle hardened. I don't know how you're not battle hardened when all you hear is bullets and bombs from birth through adolescence and through your adulthood until you die. I don't know how you're not a battle hardened people. And they know this, but they the one battle hardened them. And then they scream that they want to fight back. Well, hell, I mean, maybe you should have gave her their women food stamps in Section 8. And they'd have turned against, and I mean, specifically, are a threat to the nation state of Israel. Now, why would they say that? They don't even know you like that, or do they? They don't give you no money. I mean, why are they watching you like that? And what do they know that you don't know? That you are Israel and you are waking up to that fact, and they think they have enough time for you to get grown and to cause them issues by you insisting and becoming Israel. The end of you right there, by your own census. 20 million, no more you. See? Now we all know that in terms of history, 20 million is nothing. That's already been done. That's already been done historically. Can you say Leopold? I mean, goodness gracious, and he didn't even work up a sweat. He just went to killing everybody and everything and everywhere, as long as it didn't look like him, as long as it looked like it was native or indigenous. This is why I know I gotta move, we gotta move, and you gotta move, because shit's gonna get ugly. It's gonna get ugly. And it's gonna have a sneak up on you effect. As in, you knew the possibility was was there, but you never fully expected to wake up and you hear something on your TV that the world is truly ablaze. I mean, your world. I'm not talking about in the next country. No, half of some damn major U.S. city is ablaze. Light jackets or light sweaters. And behind me, just just as I looked over my left shoulder, there was a 747 nose diving, looked like 3 to 4 blocks over. It shook the whole area. The whole area. And as that, and as my brain is processing that, something happened in the front of me that knocked a building down, huge one. And people were running everywhere, kind of fire. Take my word on this. This fire, you would know that it is of God. Because it burns everything, even the concrete, even the rocks set ablaze. It's like the fire has a fluorescent look to it. It's alive. It clings. It's a whole different kind of fire. And so everything is burning. These are the type of things that is coming to us and them. Period. And focus is going to happen. So the gathering of the sheep, is a must, like he said he would. First, it starts spiritually, but pretty soon it will become more than spiritual. You will start to move and think as one. You'll see. It'll all work out. And those other Gentile nations that have made their choices, they will be moving with us as one. This is how this is all going to play out. Adam, and you say, well, God created Adam as the first man, and he blew life into him. Well, it's deeper than that. It's deeper than that. God blew of himself into Adam. You understanding what I'm saying? He blew of himself, not air, not life as you would think. No, he blew of himself, his essence into Adam. Now, here's where you piss God off. I am sorry I made them. God said that. That's when the flood came. I am sorry I made them. Wow. So before he gets there, we gotta cut him off at the turn up there and tell him we got it. Okay, we don't need him to go to such extremes. However, you central to the story, and you're much more than you think you are. And when God blew into Adam, he blew onto himself, and the rest is history. Now we add what Francis Fukuyama would say, the end of history. For those of you who don't know who Francis Fukuyama was, he was one of the fellows at the American Enterprise Institute. I know none of you know any of this, but I feel obligated now. he wrote this thesis called The End of History. Now, he would be astounded and proud that a black man actually sat down and read this. I mean, but what he was saying is that American dominance and Western dominance and the economic systems and the political systems and the governmental systems would hold sway indeed for the rest of eternity. The end of history as we know it. No need to go further. They won. That's it. They won capitalism, colonialism, Western vulturism, and whatever you want to call it, they won. Mr. Fukuyama, you were only half right. They did win. But what did they all sides and from within? Mr. Fukuyama, we we must agree that you should revisit your whole train of thought on that one, because you were wrong. But I read it anyway, and I almost believed it. Anyway, other people, that's what it is, and ain't no stopping this. There ain't no stopping this. Some people think it's a black thing. No, God never called their ass black. You did. I mean, I may be slightly wrong about that, but he didn't call them. And the giants that thought they, Woodman survived the flood, and some did. Then he met the Leviathan. And this biblical creature out from the ocean, it had its way with them. And then after that, it was still a few of them crawling their ass around. God dispatched Raphael, or was it Ariel? One of those two, to come down here and finish their ass off with sword and kill them all. So when he mad, he can be brutal. That's why I enjoy the rest of your night. I am Source. I am Seven. I am One.